A ladybird scuttles up a dried stem to meet new green shoots. The title in white text against black, drafts. Before us is an open field. Now, in the distance, two wooden sheds at opposite ends blend into its forest perimeter. Inside the dark interior of one of the sheds, light enters through a few slits between the boards. The cross of the window frame shadow is cast on the concrete floor. The window frame bisects a view of a blossoming tree outside. Sunlight catches a thread of a spider's web hanging from a plant. A bare tree stands alone in the field. Behind it, a border of dry bracken and dead hedge. A figure in black creeps behind the wiry haze of bracken and trees, sometimes camouflaging completely. Our view on the left blurs, but the figure in black is just glimpsed, stalking through the bracken. Above us is a canopy of trees, some still bearing small, green leaves, with a blue sky beyond. A light breeze sets the highest branches swaying. Our gaze continues down, passing over the full length of the trunks, until we reach the woodland floor, carpeted in dead, decaying brown leaves, fallen branches, twigs. And our gaze drifts to the left, across the bed of mulch, where, crouching in a black jacket and trousers and Nike shoes, there the masked figures again. Carefully stroking tiny green shoots breaching the carpet of dead leaves. The screen splits into two views, the teenager on the left and a Muslim woman signing on the right. A black man then appears, signing on the left. Whilst the boy pours water into their open hand. The two views become one again. Elsewhere, someone pours water from a carafe into a glass on a table outdoors. Heather dabs a thin paintbrush into the coal or blue on a palette and sketches a wispy circle onto paper. They communicate non-verbally, allowing us to fully sense two things that are trying to speak to us. Firstly, the score that has flowed through this film so far, and secondly, the delicate, darker streaks of watery blue and pencil line that form their painted circle. Their black short-sleeved t-shirt has a similar symbol in gray. So, now we listen. Heather, a curly-haired artist, looks up from their work and holds our gaze. A series of people in different locations.
I'm Claudia Lastra. I'm a woman in my early 40s. I'm British Latin American. I've got dark curly hair and dark rimmed glasses.
I'm Eleanor Morgan, a white woman in my late 30s.
People help themselves to jacket potatoes.
Mima is a founding partner of the Future Curators Network.
For Arts Catalyst, the Future Curators Programme is about dismantling barriers. It's about reimagining power structures.
So far, we've loved every part of this collaborative voyage.
Building a community based on collective care and solidarity.
For us, Future Curators is about a commitment to collective learning, to grappling, to creating, and to rethinking together to make long-term change.
This is not just about accessibility, it's about revolutionising who gets to curate, create and lead.
It's about supporting rigorous work and developing trusting relationships. Through Future Curators and across Mima's wider research and programmes, we centre the practices and voices of D-deaf, disabled and neurodivergent people.
We are committed to platforming disabled and neurodivergent voices, not as an afterthought, but as a driving force in reshaping the arts.
This creative work reaches all facets of our organisation, and we make long-term commitments to the people we work with, often building collaborative programmes over a number of years.
This is about more than inclusion. It's about reclaiming space and redefining what curatorial practice can be.
I'm Roma Piotrowska. I'm a white woman with blonde hair, glasses, and I'm in my early 40s, sadly. Midlands Arts Centre actively recognises and champions the creative ambition and activism of the Future Curators Programme. By 2028, MAC aims to be recognised as a national leader of inclusive practice, acting as a catalyst for transformational change across the arts sector. We will do this in the following ways: creating a more inclusive and open art environment at MAC, where disabled people are guaranteed equal opportunities and resources. By prioritising stronger partnership, improved consultation and greater financial investment. Encouraging bold ideas, strong artistic voice and willingness to take risks. Remaining vigilant in championing the lived experience of disabled people.
Roma smiles broadly. Jade spoons salad.
I'm Trish. I'm a white woman in my early 40s wearing a black t-shirt and red scarf with long blonde hair.
People help themselves to more salad.
My vision for the Future Curators Programme is that we collectively lead systemic change in the visual arts. At Disability Arts Online, we champion disability arts and culture by nurturing creativity, connection and critique. FCP enhances our mission by creating career-defining opportunities for disabled curators, increasing artist profiles and developing thought leadership to reframe work and ways of working from lived experience. As chroniclers of disability arts, it's important that we're not only participants in FCP, but that we also exhibit the outcomes in our digital gallery space and record and share the significance of the programme through our online journal.
James pours filling on their jacket potato.
I'm James. I'm 57 years old. I'm wearing a blue shirt and blue trousers, balding head, white, and that's me. I and the team at Newlyn Art Gallery and the Exchange have been working really hard on our vision, mission and values, and they now permeate everything that we do. And cutting across all of them is a real commitment to meaningful change, by which we normally mean social change. And we recognise that people with disabilities are very poorly represented across the arts workforce, and even scarcer are the opportunities for them to actually shape the kind of public programmes contemporary visual arts organisations deliver. But we want to change all of that, and we believe that in partnership with the Dash Future Curators Programme, we have an opportunity to achieve the kind of system change that is so urgently needed.
The team eats together outside around a table.
I'm Rosie, I'm 46 and I'm a white woman. I've got red hair in a short fade and I'm wearing sunglasses, a striped shirt, a beigey kind of sweatshirt, socks and sandals, and the socks are pale green. Wising is made up of individuals who have amazing perspectives, skills and interests within community. I hope that what the future looks like is more disabled curators who are having an active voice in our organisations. Through this programme, because I want it to be kind of co-led with the Future Curator, I don't know exactly how we're going to do it, but I think that there are things that we're talking about together as a network around sort of raising our voices, and also making sure that that's not only a burden that's on disabled practitioners, that that's something which is held in a much more kind of collective space. You know, when we know we're not going to get it right all the time for everybody, but we want to change, and we want that change to not be overdetermined now, but to be guided by folks who we're working with, our team, artists, publics, people who actually have lived experience, who can help shape and change the work that we're doing. What I would really like to see in the future is also for funders to take that up more, to think about, you know, where their part is in making our art world more accessible, more equitable, more possible to be a meaningful part of. And the result of that will be more perspectives, more sort of normalisation of perspectives which we know are out there, more equity, more inclusion, and I think that will just make for a kind of an art world that's got a richer, deeper, more interesting fabric.
A fine paintbrush is swirled around a glass of bluish water and wiped against the edge, letting the excess water drip away. Director, Jade Foster. Cinematographer, Freddie Griffiths. Film composer, Axel Cucoutier. Cast, Joshua Samuel, Sahara Khan, David Ellington, Heather Peak from Dash, Claudia Lastra from Arts Catalyst, Eleanor Morgan from MIMA, Roma Pietrowska from Midlands Arts Centre, Trish Wheatley from Disability Arts Online, James Green from Newland Art Gallery and The Exchange, and Rosie Cooper from Wising Arts Centre. Caption groundwork, collective text, captioning consultant, collective text, B. Webster, creative captioning, Carefuffle, captioning consultant, Carefuffle, Nina Thomas. Audio description, Soundscribe and Jade Foster, Soundscribe visual awareness consultant, Kieran Saeed, production assistant, Lucy Moundfield, Dash team production support, Esther Cartwright and Rachel Fleming-Mulford. Location, Wising Arts Centre. A white logo against black, Dash, a series of white Future Curators Programme partner logos against a black background, including John Hansard Gallery. Thank you to Wising Arts Centre.